If you're an online service business owner, so maybe you're a coach, consultant, agency owner that basically sells info or services online, then this is going to be a bulletproof funnel of how to get clients for your online service business and get to that next level, right? Because we all get to some point where we're like, how do I get clients? What funnel do I use? That sort of stuff, right? So in this video, I'm going to solve that problem for you, keep it simple, and you can just replicate it, hopefully get some value. If you don't know me already though, and you're new to the channel, then welcome. My name is Reuben Shears. I have an online funnel building agency called Optimally that I'm building and scaling in public in these daily update videos, trying to give you as much value as possible. Like I say, in a short snippet of time, we've done 82 of these in a row, I believe. Out of 100, after 100, we will drop it to weekly, increase the quality, and then go from there. But for now, this is good for building my confidence on camera, my ability to speak, present, all of that stuff. Of course, let's dive straight in. So in order to get yourself to a point where you are consistently making good profit with your business, and it's very, very healthy, you're going to have a portfolio of sales assets that you're going to be using, right? And they all go into their own categories and have a place in the business. The first thing you're going to need to absolutely kill it is a very, very good offer. Everything spans off the offer, right? It's the thing that people see first, that they understand about your business and what you actually do. And it's actually the result that you're promising people that they'll get when they decide to work with you, right? So if you're a marketing agency, for example, you can guarantee appointments or a certain amount of clients. That's the idea, right? You have to be super clear on what your offer is and who specifically it's for, so who you're going to be targeting. Once you're clear on this, you can kind of move to the next stage. And hopefully you guys are at this point if you're watching this video. This is really who this video is for. What you need to do is then produce a landing page, right? This landing page is going to have a headline up here, a VSL here, so a video sales letter you're going to produce. It's not only going to be hosted on this landing page though, it will be hosted on the thank you page, and it will also be hosted in the automations that you're going to be sending people before they even join the call, right? So those reminder emails and texts that they get, the video will be sent there too. Call to action here, and you're going to have case studies. What you want to do is spend a decent amount of time producing case studies for your business, because the amount of case studies you have is usually directly proportional to the amount of revenue that you produce, because you're literally just showing you can do the result again and again and again. And the more you have, the more likely it is that people believe that you can actually get them that result in the first place, right? So just to give you a bit of a checklist so far, what you need is you need a killer offer that's tangible, and you need a landing page, and you need a VSL, right? Those are the key things so far. The next thing, right, once you've got kind of that funnel set up, is a thank you page, right? Again, it's going to have some text up here saying thanks for booking, but your call's not quite confirmed yet. It's going to be a quick video saying thanks for booking the call. There's actually just a few steps on this page for you to do your due diligence about our services so you can come to the call prepared. That's what that video says. And it says follow these steps below. And those steps are confirm your call, watch these videos about these objections that you might have or worries about the service, watch these case studies, bang, 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 bang. And you're going to basically send everyone who books a call to that page. That's the next thing to tick off your list. If you've got that, then you can move on to the next stage, which is just optimizing your calendar, right, on your landing page. And that's basically just going to be, it's just a quick point to make, is that your availability should only be same day, next day, and maybe one day after that. So today, tomorrow, and maybe the day after that, to allow people to book in for. If you're allowing people to book in from a month's time from now, then what you're doing is you're just making your job extremely hard for yourself. Because say someone books in 30 days from now, the likelihood that they show up and they close is significantly lower than it would be if you just booked them in straight away. They'll actually remember who you are if you do it within a few days. You book the appointment that way. So that's the next thing to check off. Once you've got kind of this funnel ready, which is what I've showed you how to build here. So that landing page, the VSL, the thank you page, these other pre-sales call assets like objection handles, breakout videos, automations, that sort of stuff, then you are in a very, very good position to start driving traffic to your funnel. And that's the next part of the equation, because what you have is you have this. You have traffic plus your funnel, plus your sales call. Oh, no, there we go. It's back now. Equals revenue, right? And actually, really, it's multiplication, because if you don't have one of these, the entire thing breaks. So imagine one of these was 0 and this was actually a multiplied, then you would see that nothing happens as a result in this equation, this mathematical equation. That's the thing to remember, is that funnels are just math. It's about throughput of the people coming through. So this whole traffic idea is the next thing you're going to want to fix, because to be honest, you can get a sales call relatively right if you just have the right structure, which is where are they right now? Find about all of that, where they want to be, and then you acting as the bridge with your services from where they were to where they're going to be. And that's how you pitch it, right? That's the simplicity of a sales call. But the thing you're going to have to focus on next is traffic. And a lot of you guys are probably sat there like, how do I drive traffic? It's a very, very difficult thing to do. Well, you have a few options, right? You have cold DMs, or cold messaging, I should say. Messages, which includes cold email, cold DMs, that sort of stuff. You have paid ads, and you have content. That's how I view it, those 3 buckets, right? So let me just talk through these things. This is very cheap, but it's very difficult. You need a high amount of volume. That's cold messaging, right? This is expensive, but it's not going to take much of your time, and you can test very quickly, right? So that's the thing to keep in mind with that. Content actually takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and sometimes even a lot of money to actually get right. But once you've done it, you're going to get a very, very low cost per acquisition for your client. So if you can leverage organic, then do it. I haven't massively done it so far, other than these videos, I guess. My focus has been this to get myself to 30K a month, and then this to get myself to 100K a month, which is the next part of my journey, right? Which is what I'm documenting in these videos. So that's how you conquer traffic. It's not an unsolvable problem. I know people think that, oh, I'm not getting traffic to my landing page. Like, what am I going to do? You literally just have to pick one. You have to stick to it, right? Don't go chopping and changing, because every single system has its own bottlenecks, has its own issues that you're going to have to solve. Like, they all have, trust me, I've done all of them at this point, and they all have their own problems, which I've talked about in other videos. But that's the idea. So you have the traffic, you have the funnel, and then you have a half decent sales call with a good offer, and you're good to go. That's going to allow you to have a very, very successful funnel. Obviously, there's niche little details for that. If you want to know what those are or have that built for you or all the rest of it, then you can click the link in the description, and I will do that, because this channel is all about using funnels mathematically to generate you a lot of money. I have a degree in mathematics and astrophysics, so I think that comes relatively naturally to me, and I like just diving into the numbers of things. Seeing business as maths is quite exciting for me, I think, that realization. That's where we're going to leave the video today, I think. What we're going to do, though, is do what we do in every single video, which is a brilliant habit of checking the growth on YouTube and LinkedIn. So we've got 9,589 on LinkedIn. Lovely stuff. 0.29% growth on that. And we have 174 on YouTube. So 3 subscribers gained in the last 24 hours. I appreciate that. There's my growth on YouTube over time. You can see that's just due to the consistency of posting a video every single day. And you can see that the same applies to LinkedIn, getting very close to 10,000 followers now. I say that every video, but I'll be quite happy once I've done that. It means absolutely nothing, but it's well, other than the fact that I have a bit of a following, but pretty good. If you want to watch another one of these videos, you can watch it on the screen here. It should give you some value. And yeah, hopefully it does. And I will catch you in the next one tomorrow.